Hello Disney fans, my name is Haley and welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the other new guidelines that were added to the Walt Disney World theme parks and how some of these other parks are adapting. In the last video I talked about Magic Kingdom and I will have that linked down below, sharing all of the information you need to know before heading out to the parks. Now make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video for a special Disney Parks giveaway. Before we head over to the other newly reopened theme parks, I did want to mention a couple updates here with Magic Kingdom. Currently, the People Mover attraction is still not running, and no one really seems to know why. They're currently doing some construction on the pillars that surround the People Mover, and the Tron construction is still going, so I'm not sure if they're trying to hide some of those things, or if they're actually maybe doing something to the attraction, or they just decided not to run it yet. The last little update here for Magic Kingdom, if you're looking to stay socially distant from people, definitely keep your eye out and be very cautious of the Splash Mountain area. The whole gift shop area and the actual ride has had one of the highest waits and is just a very crowded space. So if you're looking to stay social distant the entire time you're at Magic Kingdom, definitely avoid that area or just be very cautious of the crowds there. Something else super interesting, Magic Kingdom has 3 relaxation stations where all of the other parks have 2, and that is the area where you can take off your mask. Now this goes for all of the parks. Since the filming of the last video, I found out that Disney is cleaning the attraction ride vehicles every 2 hours. Now, if you have been keeping up to date with the parks opening, you have seen that the waits have been very, very short. Although, if you do see wait times bump up a little bit, or if you are at the parks and the line looks a little bit long, or stopped for a few minutes, still jump in line. It is still a short wait, because if you fall in the time frame of the 2 hours whenever they're cleaning the vehicles, that takes about 10 to 15 minutes, because sometimes they will clean the vehicles and then run them once so then the cleaner can do its job. So there is a little bit more of a waiting time for some of the attractions if you are waiting in line for that attraction during that 2-hour cleaning time. Something else that Disney started doing was if you take your mask off for any attraction and that attraction takes your photo, you will not see that photo. You will not see it on the app or anything like that. Disney will just delete it if you take off your mask. So if you want to get your pictures from the rides, remember to keep your mask on. Now moving over to the other parks, as I mentioned in the Magic Kingdom video, every single attraction has hand sanitizer at the beginning and end of the ride, and any attraction that has the zigzag queue like this does have plexiglass dividers, and that is all throughout all of the parks. So starting off at Animal Kingdom, this was the second park to open along with Magic Kingdom last week. Here are some photos of some of the plexiglass attractions there in the zigzag queue. Over in Pandora, the Navi River Journey attraction is currently doing 1 party per boat. In the Pandora gift shop, if you're looking to purchase one of the shoulder pet banshees, they're currently roped off, and there is 1 single cast member that will actually go and get the banshees for you, just to help to avoid crowding in the area. Also here in Pandora, you will see a lot of stickers, as Disney is expecting longer waits for these more popular attractions. Something else I found really interesting, Disney Parks released new maps with all of the health and safety reminders, which is great, but if you look at the one for Animal Kingdom, Primeval Whirl has been removed from the guide map. So I'm not sure if that means they're going to redo the attraction, close the attraction, or I don't really know what's happening. I just found it super interesting. As you walk through all of the parks, you will find what is called a character cavalcade, and that is a small little parade at a random time throughout the day, so you are still able to see the characters since meet and greets are currently not running. At Animal Kingdom, as you walk around the park, there is a lake kind of surrounding you and a whole river, so as you're walking by, you will see characters on boats like Mickey and characters from Donald's Dino Bash, so Donald, Daisy, Goofy, even Launchpad, and Rafiki. The longest waits so far at Animal Kingdom have been 30 minutes for both Flight of Passage and Everest. Back in Pandora, the attraction Flight of Passage is very popular. There you will find that they are splitting up the pre-show. So for this attraction, there are 2 pre-show rooms, a room where they like screen you down and get all of the like particles and things off of you, and then the second room is where they prepare you for your flight on the Banshee. So now they're doing like one party per room. So they're the two rooms, they'll split up the parties in those rooms, that way everyone is socially distant, and you will watch both pre-show videos in whatever room you were put into. So now you do not stop in two rooms, you just take one stop and then go get on the attraction. On the attraction, Cali River Rapids, which is very similar to the Grizzly River Run at Disney's California Adventure. Here you will see in these pictures how dry the boats are. They are currently not spraying water and having all of the things, so you're not getting super wet with your mask and everything. The only way you could get wet is from the water in the river. Also at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the Wilderness Explorers experience is still currently happening, where kids can go around and collect little badges. They just spread out all of the different locations where you can pick up your badges and do the different activities, and they also combined some of those places. That way you could get 2 badges in one place instead of going to multiple different locations, so that makes it, I guess, a little bit easier. The Kilimanjaro Safari attraction also added these plastic barriers between each of the rows. For the dinosaur attraction over in Dino Land, you will see they also added the plexiglass on the ride, and there is no pre-show for this attraction since everyone was crammed into one room that is now just queue space. Lastly, here for Disney's Animal Kingdom, there is currently a new show running in the Up a Great Bird Adventure Theater, and that show is now called Feathered Friends in Flight, and they changed this show and altered it and created this new show so people could be more socially distant. Now for Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is my theme for the day. Starting off at Galaxy's Edge, the Smuggler's Run attraction is currently also not holding a pre-show, and when you enter the attraction, they normally give you this little card that you would get telling you what your job is for the ride, and they're no longer doing that since it is just a single party in one of the cockpits or ride vehicles. You just get to pick and choose whatever job you would like. Also in Galaxy's Edge, the attraction Rise of the Resistance has been known for its virtual queue, and this virtual queue is normally done in the morning at rope drop. Everyone would get there, be all crowded, trying to get their virtual queue to be able to ride this attraction. They were not doing standby lines for Rise of the Resistance. Now with this change and some people coming to the parks later, depending on what they feel most comfortable with, they have now done a new altered virtual queue. Now when you head out to the parks, there will be a distribution of these virtual queues at rope drop, at 1 p.m. and at 4 p.m. These are subject to change since Hollywood Studios has just opened, but currently, at this moment, based on the information released by Disney, that is what they're doing for this new virtual queue experience. I personally like this better because I'm sure the app would have crashed at rope drop at some points, and it's a lot harder to get it. So now you have 3 chances to get your virtual queue for the Rise of the Resistance attraction throughout the day, which I feel like is a little bit more fair. That way, if you can't get there for rope drop in the morning with kids, it just makes more sense. And you are only able to get 1 virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance, so if you get one for rope drop and you ride it, you will not be able to get another virtual queue at, say, 4 p.m., which is great. Also for Rise of the Resistance, when you get on the attraction or as you do the pre-shows, your party will be given a number. That number you will follow throughout your entire experience. As you make your way inside of the Rise of the Resistance attraction, you enter the big room with all of the stormtroopers, and all of the First Order guards have face shields and face masks on. The last thing for Galaxy's Edge, if you're heading to Docking Bay 7 to get a bite to eat, there are currently no sporks available. I also forgot to add that the Droid Factory at Galaxy's Edge is still currently running. They've added plexiglass between each of the workstations, and everything else seems to be the same. And lastly here for Galaxy's Edge, if you're heading to Savi's workshop to build your own lightsaber, that experience is currently not available. At Savi's right now, they are currently selling the Legacy lightsabers, which are the replica lightsabers from Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. And that is where you can purchase those lightsabers, and Doc Ondars is currently not selling the lightsabers to help avoid crowding in those smaller stores. Also for Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Tower of Terror attraction has resumed its operation as well, and there is currently no pre-show. Lastly, for Disney's Hollywood Studios, the attraction Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is new, it is open, it is so exciting to see it up and running once again, and they are currently also doing the numbered pre-show just like Rise of the Resistance. Now for Epcot, the last park that I have not talked about yet. Here on Soarin', which is a great ride, they have added plexiglass between each of the parties. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure has now been added to the park maps, which may lead to a possible opening this year. Also at Epcot, a lot of different stores and restaurants are currently closed in World Showcase due to cast members not being able to come back from their international locations. Also at Epcot, the Flower and Garden 2020 merch is still available as the new Food and Wine Festival has debuted with the park's reopening that will contain a mix of the foods from Food and Wine and from Flower and Garden. I love whenever the Living with the Land attraction does this. They do fun little signs and different things in the plants, and today it says welcome back. The Frozen Ever After attraction also added plexiglass throughout their queue, and for the Test Track attraction, you cannot currently design your own car. Now for the moment you have all been waiting for. It is time for the Disney Parks giveaway in celebration of the park's reopening. First, let's take a look at the items that one winner will receive. If you're heading out to the parks, you will need these sunglasses. These are from Disney's California Adventure for the release of Incredibles 2, and these are from the Disney Vacation Club booth. If you're looking to collect a fun and cheap souvenir, you will need a little coin pouch to take to fit all of your little pressed pennies. This is nice and small and perfect to fit in any Disney bag. You'll want to make sure to share your fun trip with some friends, so here we have a fun changing postcard featuring the Magic Kingdom castle. Since it is the reopening, here I have the Shanghai Disney Grand Opening notebook to write about your trip or share your experience. And as always with all giveaways, I'll be giving a Disney Cupcake sticker featuring the castle and a Disney Cupcake bracelet. I will also have all of the information typed down below in the description if you would like to follow along and make sure that you checked off all of the requirements to enter this giveaway. Now, the steps you need to do to enter this international giveaway. First up, you must like this video. You must be subscribed to this channel, and you must leave a comment down below. Please comment your favorite Walt Disney World park, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, or Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you have never been to Walt Disney World, leave a comment of what park you would be most excited to go to, or what park you are most excited to go to if you're heading to the parks here soon. One winner will be chosen on Monday, July 20th in that video posted at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All entries will end on Monday, July 20th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Do not forget to share this video with friends and family so they can enter as well. There can only be one entry per account, and please only comment one time down below. If you comment more than once or reply to someone else's comment, you will not be entered in the giveaway. On Monday, June 20th at 2 p.m., the winner will have 1 week to respond with their email. If they do not respond, a new winner will be chosen. This has happened before, so make sure to stay tuned to the newest videos for any updates. And please do not forget to check the description for more updates regarding this giveaway, and again to make sure that you followed all of the information before entering. So that is it. I am so excited that the Walt Disney World parks are back open. For anyone heading out, make sure to stay safe and have the most magical time. As always, remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!